This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of INCRadio, Washington, D.C., coming to you live from our studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. And today joining with me is...
Elisa Mojica.
And I'm Jaser Castellano.
Thank you guys so much for joining us for our I think it's a very important topic to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
But before we get to that, do we have any early birds in the chat?
Hello, everyone.
Ooh.
So,
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention we have a
secret person.
It's not really a secret person. It's Sister Nidell. She's going to be reading the comments for us today. Who do we have in the chat?
So far, well, first of all, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I hope you have your coffee, your tea, your water, because I have not. So if you do, awesome. All right. So, Brother Caleb says, so excited for today's episode. We love that enthusiasm.
Love
we
it.
have Sister Del Canilas. Good morning to you all. Sister Allison Mojica. Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Hey, that's you.
Yeah. I said Allison.
Yeah, that was me.
Sorry.
We have Sister Joseph Soterio. Good morning to all our brethren. Happy weekend, Paul. We have Brother Sidney Santos. Good morning to all of our viewers and brethren. Good morning, Paul. We have Sister Steph Maglianes. Good morning. Hashtag Washington, D.C. And we have Brother Marvin Sabas. Good morning, everyone. We have Gracita Morris. Good morning, brethren, from hashtag Fredericksburg. Hello, Fredericksburg. We also have Marcus Soterio. Good morning, po. Washington, D.C. Happy weekend, po. We have Sister Kaya Santos. Good morning, Brother Richard Soterio. Good morning to Washington, D.C.
Good morning
Wow.
to everyone in the chat.
We have quite a lot of people in the
Yeah,
chat.
very
It's pretty
active.
lively. Oh, no, all right. So keep typing into the chat, and throughout the show, I think we have a question of the show today. We'll get to that in a bit. But before we get to our main discussion, let's check out this recap from last week's activities.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sister Alexis Mira with your CFO in Action. This past weekend was one filled with fun activities. In the spirit of unity, camaraderie, and healthy competition, members of the Iglesia ni Cristo Church of Christ in the District of Washington, D.C. came together this weekend for not one, but two exciting activities that promote physical wellness and Christian brotherhood. First, the energy was high on the court during the much-anticipated 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Organized by the Christian Family Organizations, CFO, the tournament featured youth and adult teams from various local congregations. More than just showcasing athletic ability, the games highlighted discipline, sportsmanship, and the joy of working together toward a common goal. In addition, the district held a bike and walk activity which kicked off in Washington, D.C. and brought together families, friends, and even the church's youngest members. With perfect weather, lively spirits, and a scenic route through Rock Creek Park, the event was filled with laughter, spontaneous races, and cheerful snack breaks. More than just a fitness event, it became a joyful and memorable bonding experience for all who joined. These activities serve as a reminder that staying active and connected, both physically and spiritually, is essential to living a well-rounded, faith-driven life. That is all for this week's CFO in Action from the District of Washington, D.C. I'm Sister Alexis Mira, and now back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sister Alexis, for that recap. Those were awesome photos, and it just looks very exciting.
Mhm.
And we are very excited for more activities. So this weekend we have our district unity games of volleyball. So on the 25th, which is tomorrow, we have our volleyball in Waldorf,
Ooh,
and on Monday we have another district unity games volleyball in Gaithersburg. So
I'm actually pretty excited for those.
I'm excited to watch.
I'm excited to play.
Is it going to be your first time playing in the district?
With everyone there, yes.
Oh, wow.
So like I'm a little nervous,
Okay.
but also like I'm excited because I get to play volleyball. All right. Now on to our main topic for today, which is, as you might have noticed um from our thumbnail, is called Unseen Actions. The question that we're asking is, what is integrity, and does it matter if no one is watching? So our question of the broadcast for today is, why do you think integrity is important? Let's start off with my co-hosts for today.
Integrity. I think integrity is very important because it's what makes you you. I feel like it defines you in a way.
Exactly. Also, it kind of helps the community in a way if have really good integrity
Mhm.
also, because it also helps others become more,
Yeah,
have more integrity.
I feel the way you act is I feel like it will make it contagious.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
kindness is contagious.
Yeah.
So if you're nice and you're doing all these things for those around you, maybe they're like, "Oh, I feel good. This person treated me well. I
Yeah.
should pass it on."
Yeah, like I've seen things where like I see some like trash on the ground and I pick it up and put it in a trash can. And then
Mhm.
like later on I see someone else do it. So I was like, "Oh, maybe my actions like, showed them like, oh, also need to pick up some trash
Yeah.
and just put it in the trash can as well."
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Mhm.
What about you?
Um, I think integrity is important because if we decide to, be honest, even when no one is looking,
Mhm.
it kind of helps us carry that throughout throughout every aspect of our lives,
Yep, exactly.
right? Because with integrity, it's I guess like what defines integrity is honesty, um, whether it be ethical or like other aspects of it, like moral principles.
Mhm.
Because if we carry that throughout the entirety of our lives, it'll not just help us, but also help those around us.
Yeah.
Um, but speaking of those that are around us, does it matter? Does integrity still matter if someone is around us or not?
It doesn't matter if someone's around you or not because if you really want to do good, you're going to do good.
Yep, in
Mhm.
general, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's just the feeling of doing something good.
Yeah, the
Just
feeling of it.
yeah, it feels good for me
Yeah.
to do something good, and also if it brings joy to someone else, that also like getting like what's that called? Like not the feedback, but like the
If
like secondhand joy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you're like at a shopping center and like you put your cart back, because
Mhm.
some people don't really put their cart back, but like
Oh yeah.
you put your cart back and it feels like, oh, I'm doing the public a service
Mhm.
because it's not in the way,
Mhm.
yeah.
kind of thing.
And it makes it easier for the workers. Like they don't have to collect it like everywhere and then like it's already there.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, okay, I got a question for you guys. When you return the cart, do you just leave it in the area or do you go all the way and push everything in?
It
Oh.
depends how far it is.
Yeah, no, I push my thing all the way in until all of them like kind of compress.
I
Every
think
time.
Yeah,
yeah,
every
I
time.
think it's just like something in my brain is like when I see everything just like all neat and organized, I'm like, all right, this is good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Like if I see there's no car,
just leave it?
near Not all the time, but
Not all the time. Most of them. All right. So, like, I guess for those that would like prefer something more visual, like, how do we behave when no one is watching? And like, what do you think is the real test of character?
good question. I feel like what he mentioned, like something simple, like picking up trash, and then next thing you know, someone's doing the same. But I want to think of some examples too. Do you have any?
Like when no one is watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, say, I don't know. This is something that happened recently where, like, oh, there was a bug. I thought it was a beetle inside of our apartment, and my roommate was like, oh no, I went to go grab a paper towel. He thought I was gonna smush it. I was like, no, I'm just gonna grab a paper towel so I can like pick it up and then put it outside. It's like, oh, now that's not entirely a scenario where, no one was watching. But I think like what we do when we're by ourselves is kind of a real test of character. Like if we ask ourselves, okay, what would someone else say? What would someone else say if someone was watching me right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like one good example is like sportsmanship in like say volleyball. I like to have my players to have integrity. Like, oh, I touched it and it went outside. So that shows like great sportsmanship when it comes to like volleyball players or players in general, like even basketball or other sports. Integrity goes a long way when it comes to sportsmanship.
So in that way, there's no like, no, they did this, no, they did that. Like, no, I didn't. But like with integrity, like, oh yeah, that was my bad.
Exactly. Yeah.
Honesty.
And so along that vein, do you think that people act with more integrity when they know they're being observed?
I feel like yeah, for sure. But
Definitely.
I feel like as long as you're doing it from your heart, like genuinely, it's as long as it's you're not doing it just because people are watching you.
Yeah, but I think people tend to do it more when they're being watched because like, oh, I think I'm being judged right now.
Yeah, like the fear of being judged.
The fear of being judged, or like, okay, let me be, let me have more integrity in what I'm doing, kind of thing.
All right. Now, I do believe that we have some responses in the chat for our from our question earlier, which was, why do you think integrity is important? Sister Nidal.
Hi, guys. Great discussion so far. We have Brother Ed Gonzalez. He says, integrity means being honest and doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, like what you guys have been saying. He also said, integrity is important because it builds trust, strengthens relationships, and ensures you are reliable and respected. It helps create a strong reputation and guides you to make ethical decisions. Yes. And we also have Sister Alexis Mira. Integrity is important because you get what you give, have integrity, and receive integrity. Ooh, snaps for that one too. And Sister Amelia Salazar. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching.
That is very true.
I think it also helps us when when there's no one around us. If we still stay honest, ethical, and for us members of the Church of Christ within our morals and our principles, if we still continue to do that, even when no one is watching, because of course we all know our Almighty God's watching us all the time. It also helps us stay accountable of our actions, of what we do. I was about to say on and off the court, but like in the eyes of others, and in our own, like when we're just by ourselves.
Yeah, I feel like even it helps you grow and mature into a better person if you put integrity in your life. Because let's say
Now,
you saw something.
would you say if we integrate integrity,
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. I'll see myself out.
Yeah, so let's say okay, I saw something on the floor. I walked past it, I didn't pick it up. But then you're like, you know, my mom would have like pointed it out knowing that I passed it. So you pick it up
Yeah.
because that's what you're supposed to do. So you just get used to it and it just becomes a habit. Like you
Mhm.
don't force yourself like, "Oh, I'm going to pick this up." But yeah, you just do it. Yeah.
Now, speaking of doing things, have you ever had a situation where doing the right thing cost you something? And like, what did you learn or what did you take from that?
I mean, doing the right thing always takes up a lot of time. And then, time is a very important part of our
Mm.
lives because we have little of it. But doing the right thing does help with, the majority of people around you. Even
Mhm.
though it takes up more of your time, it helps others.
I feel like um it also includes discipline
Mm.
too. So let's say you're late for work all the time, and then something just hits you like, oh, I actually have to be on time, get my work done, actually do the hours I have to
Hmm.
do. So you have to discipline yourself like I have to sleep early and I have to wake up early. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm. I did actually have, for some reason, I don't know why I forgot about this. This took up probably like 2 days, 2 afternoons of, I guess I could say my life is I went to the park one day and I found someone's phone just there lying face down in the grass. And I was like, oh, cool, a phone. And I was like, this is the phone that I've been wanting to buy. I was like, I really wanted this phone. But I was like, you know what? I turn it around and I see like, okay, this is someone else's phone, obviously. And I took it upon myself to, okay, I need to find whose phone this is. And the phone was locked. I didn't go snooping through it. It's just that the notifications were unblocked.
Hmm.
And so I actually was able to find like one of the names that popped up on the notifications. And I found them on social media. I was like, hey, I found this phone on the floor. Is this yours
Oh.
at this place? And they're like, oh, that's my dad's. Thank you so much for finding it. And so I
Oh.
was
Oh,
able to get in contact with the owner of the phone. We met up the next day and I gave the phone back to him.
Oh.
oh,
And he was like,
nice.
thank you so much. My wife would have been furious with me if she found
Oh.
out.
That's so
And I was
nice.
like, it just like
Felt
felt,
nice.
it felt
Yeah.
nice. The warmth of my heart doing that.
Mhm.
And like when with us doing, um, with us doing actions of integrity, do you think integrity can be taught? Because we talked about it, oh, how it feels good for us to do something good for someone else. Um,
Mhm.
can that be taught? Or is that, you know,
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
They're gonna influence you into doing better. Actually, a quick story. Yesterday, my sister and I went to the gas station and then just to buy a few snacks, and then the lady missed. She didn't scan one of my sister's stuff,
mhm,
and then she was like honest about it.
mhm,
So that made me. I was like, "Oh, you're so nice."
Yeah. So like another thing is like going back to like your parents teaching you. Like when my mom taught me how to wash dishes, she's like, "Hey, make sure you wash it nice and neatly, and like touch it with all your fingers. And not only do you wash the dishes, you also make sure the sink is clean after."
mhm.
So then she taught me integrity, like doing everything the right way, kind of
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
So
And
that
you're not just gonna do it when they're there
yeah,
too. It's like
exactly.
you're learning that they're teaching you to do this even if they're not there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Mhm.
it's a learning experience, and
Yeah.
it matures as you go on in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, with washing dishes, it's actually a twofold. One, my parents did teach me. Two, I did accidentally eat off a non-clean dish, but this was at a restaurant, so it wasn't at home. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I did not wash the dish. I did not wash that dish. But when I was like, okay, I'll just wipe it off. It'll be clean. The next day, I got food poisoning
Oh no.
because like the dishes I was using was unclean.
Oh.
I was
Oh.
like, it was coming out both ends.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna describe it anymore. Now, I guess to sort of wrap up our show is, has your understanding of integrity changed as you gotten older and gained more experience?
I think so because I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it also comes with me being the youngest in the family. I used
Mm-hmm.
to be like, oh, they can do it. Like, you
Yeah.
know, that kind of treatment, they're gonna do it for you. But of course, as you get older, you have to mature and you have to take care of the things you have, like many more responsibilities.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like what you said earlier, like with your parents teaching you integrity, then you also carried on in school,
Yeah,
college, and
everywhere
then
you go.
even when you go into your adult job, then you
hmm
use your integrity that you've learned from your parents,
hmm
Mm-hmm.
and it matured that way.
Even like our church activities like INC
Oh
Giving,
yeah, definitely.
Care for
Yeah.
Humanity, it just feels good to give back.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Well, a great discussion for today. Now, let's see if there's anything else in our chat. Sister Nidell.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Great discussion still, which is awesome. We have Sister Christina Lazaro says, acting with integrity builds strong relationships, both personally and professionally.
Oh yeah.
We have Brother Ed Gonzalez, to practice integrity, always live an honest life every day. Sister Amelia Salazar says, how to teach children integrity and good character, lead by example by acting with integrity. Be specific with your reasoning. Offer examples of positive moral behaviors. Brother Marvin Saba says, integrity is important because it shows a person's true character no matter the circumstances. And we also have a couple birthday greetings.
Ooh, whose
Ooh.
birthday
Happy,
is
Ooh.
it?
happy birthday. We have from Sister Alexis Mira. Happy birthday to my husband, Jim Mira. Happy birthday,
Happy
Brother
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
Jim.
Jim.
Yay.
His birthday today.
Yeah, we'll eat a cake for you and not share it. And then we have Sister Myrna Natividad. Happy birthday, Sister Lilia Brooks from Bowie. Happy
Ooh,
birthday as
happy
well.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right. Now, before we wrap up our show, do we have any special greetings that you guys would like to give?
I'd like to greet my mom and my sister for teaching me and raising me how I am.
I would like to greet my parents that are back home and also my friends and family in New Jersey who's coming up next.
Yes. Oh, well, I would also like to greet my family, my mom. I'd like to greet my dad, my brother, and my sister, because I'll be honest, I'm a bad liar, and they would catch me every single time.
They keep you in check.
They keep me in check. So thank you guys so much. So that's a wrap for today's episode. But before we go, we would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to those who make it all possible. For their unstoppable support, we'd like to thank our INC Radio Washington, D.C. family for supporting our broadcast, especially to Brother Sidney R. Santos, our district supervising minister, Brother Richard Soterio, our assistant district minister, Brother Audric Dulai, our district CFO overseer, Brother Emmanuel Andaya, our executive producer, Brother Wally Tarai, our station manager, our dedicated INC Radio Kiotex here and in the Philippines, as well to Brother Angelo Eugenio Villa Manalo, our SEPC president, and Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister of the Iglesianicristo Church of Christ. Thank you all so much for approving these kinds of things that for us to talk about the activities as well as the broadcast where we can talk about important topics like this. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'd like to,
Thank you for tuning in
yes.
and spending a part of your day with us. If you like today's show, be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on what's coming next. And if you're interested in being part of INC Radio, reach out to any of us or your local officers. We'd love for you to join us. Until then, catch us again next week right here on INC Radio Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And remember, stay inspired, stay connected, and most of all, stay unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Bye.
Bye.